there, this is Jennifer Vanderbeek from scrapsoflife.com, and in today's video I want to show you this 5D diamond paint kit courtesy of NuFrog. Thank you to NuFrog for sponsoring this video and providing the product, which I'm gonna show you. These are little kits. I have seen them online. Have you? They are kind of like a cross between color by number and cross stitch, but instead of paint or embroidery, you are applying these little, they're called diamonds, but what they are is resin beads. They have a flat back and a faceted front, so they catch the light. And it comes as a kit with the pre-printed picture. In this case, this particular one that I'm doing, only a portion of the picture is going to be decorated with the resin diamonds. That's just the little puppy dog area. But there are some kits that are called full drill. That means like the whole image is going to be covered in the little resin diamonds. The kit comes with beads in very clearly numbered baggies. If you've ever done like a cross stitch kit and all the embroidery thread is just in like a big hank and you kind of have to separate it out and decide out of like 4 blues which one they want where, you don't have this problem with this kit. These kits, they're all very clearly numbered. In fact, the only thing that I wish was different, that they were resealable bags, but that's nothing more than a little piece of tape can fix. The beads get poured into this little tray that has these grooves on the end, and you kind of shimmy the tray and the beads fall into their little rows, usually face up, not always. So, you just use all the ones that are face up and then you shimmy it to get some more on face up. And the applicator or stylus. Now the stylus has a little concave tip and you also get this little square of pink gummy wax. And so you put a little bit onto the end of the stylus. It doesn't take a lot. And I only had to refill the stylus maybe twice through this whole project. And that makes the stylus just sticky enough to pick up the little resin diamond and place it on the self-adhesive mat. So a few things about the mat. It has a very clear key on the side of the mat. So each numbered bag of resin diamonds is marked on the canvas by both color and symbol. And I found it really easy to follow. Again, if you're used to doing cross stitch, color by numbers, paint by numbers, this is going to seem very familiar to you. Because the surface that you're going to be sticking the diamonds to is self-adhesive, you do want to make sure that you're not sticking your hand in it. So it's a good idea to move the piece around a little bit if that becomes a problem, because you don't want to reduce the tackiness of the adhesive. The adhesive is very strong, I found, but if you have a resin diamond that is slightly out of place, it's very simple to nudge it over to where you want to be. I had that problem at first as I was getting used to where the stylus was actually placing each little bead, but after the first color, I really didn't have that problem. Plus, the more you fill in, the easier it is to place. I would also say not to pour out all of the beads of a particular color bag at once, because chances are you're not going to need all of them for the picture. Again, this was a kind of a small project compared to some of them. I'm still thinking that you're probably going to have some beads left over, so just pour out a little bit to start with, and then you can always add more to the tray. And of course, once you're done, you can pour the remaining beads back into their little baggie and save them for later. I'm actually kind of noodling around some ideas of what to do with the resin diamonds that were left over from this project, because I have some in every color, and I'm like, I bet I can use these for something. So they will not go to waste, not in my craft room. Now, I am the type, I do like to do all of one color, then all of the next, and so on and so forth. But if you prefer to work in sections, you can certainly do that. You'll just be switching between the colors a little bit more often. Overall, I found this very relaxing and rather meditative. It was just so easy to just get in this rhythm. Pick up, stick, pick up, stick, pick up, stick, pick up, stick. I think anyone who enjoys embroidery or paint by numbers or even the adult coloring books that are so popular right now, I think that they would find this a very relaxing project along the same lines as those. Also, for people who like jigsaw puzzles or just like to kind of bliss out with any sort of craft project, I can see this being a really good gift, either for the holidays or just because. Speaking of which, so again, NuFrog provided this kit for me and a couple of others, and you might have noticed at the very beginning, it came in a slim bubble wrap envelope and everything was folded up. So 2 things. One, The packaging is very minimalist, and I actually like this. I'm glad it wasn't some huge box because that means it's easier to ship, easier to store. It would make a great stocking stuffer, and it's not going to take up a lot of room in the craft room. So I like that for those reasons. The other thing was that because the canvas was folded up, the only thing I did to prepare before I actually got started was to unroll the canvas and sandwich it between a couple of heavy books for the night. That was it. The next morning, it was perfectly flat and ready to go. So you definitely want to keep a hold of that little plastic sheet, because if you do need to stop what you're doing, walk away from the project for a little while, you can use that sheet to go ahead and put it back over the sticky parts, and your project will be protected while you go do whatever. I think this is a good idea in general. There's dust, there's lint. You just don't want anything to take away the stickiness of the canvas, because that would kind of put a damper on the project. How long did this one take me? So I had Riverdale streaming in the background, and I think it took me 3 episodes, give or take, maybe a little bit more. So this project was less than 3 hours for me, but it did not feel like it took that long. It was not something I'm like, oh my God, this is taking forever, because that's the whole point. It was so much fun and so relaxing that I just kept on working. And I'm looking forward to doing one of the other projects they sent was a full drill of a wintry train scene. I'm like, oh wow, this is going to take a few sittings, but I'm looking forward to it because, wow, I mean, this would be great for rainy day projects instead of like a jigsaw puzzle or just anything just where you just kind of need a little me time. I think it's fabulous. Once I finished applying the last bead, I took that plastic cover sheet again and I placed it over the beads, and I kind of used my hand to burnish down the beads a little just to make sure that they really got good and pressed down. After that, I just popped it in a frame. I had some spare wooden 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10 document frames in my craft room, so I just popped it in there. The resin diamonds are not so deep that they don't make it super thick. They're fairly low profile, but they catch the light. I was really impressed with how well they caught the light and how much they actually did sparkle. This would be a very fun project to add to your home decor. I think teenagers would love it, especially because it's something crafty, and then they can hang it on their walls, bedroom decorations, seasonal decorations. So once again, thank you so much to New Frog for contacting me and offering this kit for review. I had a blast with it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. And if you're interested in where to find these kits, these 5D diamond painting kits, then of course the links will be in the description down below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderfully creative day.